Today I'm going to show you how to make a Twinkie inspired bundt cake. It's delicious. Hi, I'm Sune and I'm a food geek. Today we're going to look at how you can make a bundt cake inspired by Twinkies, but so much better. It's a light and fluffy yellow cake with lots of vanilla. A great filling made with Swiss meringue with a little bit of gelatin for added stability. It's not difficult at all, so let's get started. The written recipe, the ingredients and the amounts are linked in the description. Start by heating your oven to 180 degrees Celsius, that's about 350 degrees Fahrenheit. Then you need to grease your bundt pan. I use a baking spray, oil-based baking spray, but you can use butter. And use a sifter to sift flour into the pan. Then make sure you get every little nook and cranny, or else the cake might stick. And then at the end you invert the pan and dump out the remaining flour. In the bowl of your stand mixer, add 350 grams of granulated sugar. That's about 1.5 cups, with 225 grams of butter. Salted or unsalted. I really don't think it makes a difference. That's 2 sticks of butter. Then whip it until it's pale and fluffy. Then it's time to add the eggs one at a time. Add one and then mix for a while and then add the next one so that it's completely combined. Then stop the mixer and sprinkle the batter with salt and baking powder and mix so that you're sure it's all combined. Now it's time to add the buttermilk and the flour to the mixture. We need 240 milliliters of buttermilk and 315 grams of all-purpose flour. That's 1 cup of buttermilk and 2.5 cups of all-purpose flour. We're going to add a third of the flour first, then half of the milk, and then a third more of the flour, and then the rest of the milk, and then the rest of the flour. I forgot to add vanilla earlier, so I just added during this step. It doesn't really make a difference. Then dollop the batter into the bundt pan. Try and get it in as evenly as possible. Use a wetted spatula to even the top. Bake for 40 to 45 minutes, or until a toothpick comes out cleanly from the batter. When you put in the toothpick, make sure that you put it in somewhere where the dough is a little bit cracked so that the harder top doesn't scrape off the batter on the inside, which means you wouldn't be able to see that it wasn't actually finished baking. Once it's done, take it out and put it on a wire rack and let it cool for 15 minutes. After 15 minutes, take the wire rack and put on top and invert it and let the cake come out naturally. Lift it off and let it cool completely. Then we need to prepare the gelatin for the filling. I'm using 1 sheet of gelatin that I'm blooming in water. If you're using powdered gelatin, you need to use about 1/3 of a teaspoon in about a tablespoon of water. Then we need to cut a hole in the cake for the filling. I'm using a paring knife. First I cut the outer edge where I slant the knife inwards, and then I cut the inner edge where I slant the knife outwards. Then I go all the way around and remove the cake where the filling will go. I'm using a tablespoon to remove the rest of the cake for the filling, so it has a nice round shape. There might be some cake left over after you're done with this step. You know what stays in Vegas and all that, right? Now it's time to make the filling. You need a pot of simmering water and a heat-proof bowl. I use a metal one, but you can use a glass one as well. You need to put in 3 egg whites, and 200 grams of powdered sugar, that's about 1.5 cups, 1 teaspoon of lemon juice, and you need to heat that to 79 degrees Celsius. That's just about 175 degrees Fahrenheit. Once it hits the correct temperature, take it off the pot and stir in the gelatin. Keep stirring until it's completely dissolved. It's very important. Then put the mixture into the bowl of your stand mixer. Start on low, go faster and faster until you're at top speed. Keep mixing until you have stiff peaks. Then you need to put the mixture into a piping bag. cut a generous hole and fill the cake. Then when the cake is filled completely, I put a piece of cake cardboard on top of it and invert it onto the serving plate. That's it. The cake is done. That's how you make a Twinkie-inspired bundt cake. I hope you're going to try and make it because it's really good. I'm ready to make it snow. Are you ready?
On a run.
Thank you for watching. I hope you'll try and make this delicious cake. I'm definitely gonna go have a piece right after this. If you like this video, hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe and ring the bell so you won't miss any future videos. See you next week.